And here we have it.
That water looks sort of gross.
You think, hon?
Nothing can ruin a perfect morning at the marina quicker than having to work on the head of our boat. But sometimes it's necessary, especially when something goes in the head that doesn't belong in the head. Stay tuned to find out what went in the toilet this time and what we did about it.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Sea All Life. I'm Andrea, this is Tom, and we have 2 pups. We're a couple of Texas transplants living the empty nest life to the fullest. For us, that's living part-time on our 44-foot DeFever trawler in San Diego. Our hope is that as you join us on our dreams and adventures, we'll inspire you to discover your own.
Miss Kelly's special beignets that she gave us as a parting gift after we went over her house on Friday for a nice gathering.
On this beautiful summer day, Tom made a yummy breakfast and we made plans to spend a relaxing day at the beach.
Okay, so rookie mistake last night. Went to the bathroom around midnight, had an AirPod in my ear, and it fell into the toilet. Tried to fish it out with some tongs, probably forced it down in there a little bit more than I wanted. Tried to fish it out with a magnet. Yes, I stuck my hand down there. I was brave and I could feel it, but I couldn't get my hand in the size hole. So now I'm going to take out the macerator and see if it's sitting on top of that, and wish me luck. Well, I have lots of gloves, but I've pretty much given up on the glove situation, but I just have to take off the head to the macerator. I hope a lot of water doesn't come out.
We were going to use this oil pan, but it's too big to fit in the spot, so we've resorted instead to
Andrea's fine crystal punch bowl from her grandmother.
No, it's actually an acrylic salad bowl.
And here we have it.
That water looks sort of gross.
You think, hon? So I took off the macerator cap, and as you can see, the AirPod was right there, along with some fun liquid. But this is why you keep extra O-rings, as many shapes and sizes as possible on a boat, because this obviously is no bueno anymore. That's it for now, and I hope the cap goes back smoothly. It is cracked, so I'm gonna have to replace that at some point, which is probably not an easy part to find, but I think I have some sealer that I can put on there for now. The cracks in the cap have proved to be leaking, so I know I said that I had to replace that eventually, but I'm going to replace it now if I have a spare, which I doubt I have a spare. That'd be a long shot. But here's some possibilities. Here's plan number 1.
Flex Seal.
To spray the cap really well where the cracks are, and hope that that seals it. And I'm going to start with that. This would be something I could use.
What is it?
Silicone sealant. Let's see if it's dried up though. Haha. You know, I'm gonna probably start with this.
All right, and so this is sort of a short-term fix, so we can try to find the actual part.
Yeah. Flex Seal tape.
Hello, Miss Rosie. Are you here for quality control?
Okay, so change in plans. I'm gonna go with some Flex Seal tape against the cracks first. That didn't work. It's too wet. It's leaking too much. I'm going to take it off again and treat it on both sides of the plastic piece. So I went with the Flex Seal white instead. It needs 24 hours to dry, but it's cured for now, so I'm going to put it back on. We won't run the toilet for at least 24, maybe even 48 hours. And Andrea's going to have to be the inspector to make sure there's no leaks. So the last thing I'm going to do is put a little silicone. I don't know if this is what you would do if you had this problem. So again, leave a comment below if you think that I'm crazy and I shouldn't use Flexol or this to seal the screw holes, but and I have my new gasket on there, so we should be good to go. It's cured. I'm going to put it back on.
This is just a temporary fix, right?
Yeah.
So.
But it filled in all the cracks. Okay, so went with the Flex Seal and the silicone. I siliconed around the whole diameter, so we're gonna let it dry for 24 to 48 hours. Then we're gonna let Andrea check for leaks after she fills the bowl and flushes. And she's gonna get down there as she's flushing to make sure there's no drips. And that's a wrap. So here's the real question. Would you or wouldn't you put this back in your ear? I don't know if it'll work, but leave comments below if you're brave enough to try this. I did spray a little disinfectant on it, but I'm sure there's something.
I think it will not work even if you wanted it to.
I know, but would you be brave enough to try?
I personally would if it were highly disinfected. That's just me. And you can always buy a new little ear. It comes with several of those little ear pad things on the front there.
The whole thing will be shot though.
Yeah.
Let us know below. Thanks.
Rose, you're a pro on the paddleboard. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed, Rose.
Nope, it's still leaking, so that didn't work.
That is such a bummer. What
So,
are we gonna do now?
I have one screw in there out of the 8 screws. It's not seated properly, so I'm going to unscrew that again, try to get it seated properly. It was going in an angle. I don't want to strip it though. And re-silicone it and then reflex seal it and hope that works. If not, I'm going to go get another piece like that at a marine store. It's just PVC basically, and I just need it cut to size, and we'll hope that works. First, figure out the screw, then put silicone around it again and more Flex Seal. Okay, so this didn't work and we need a new part, so a new cap basically to the toilet, to the macerator part. So I'm going to take it off, take it over to the marine supply store and hope that they have the part there. If this all fails, it's new toilet, here we come, which we need a new toilet anyways. We want to go with vacuum flush, but we're hoping to postpone that.
Our day at the dog beach thwarted, it was time to head to the marine supply store on Shelter Island. To try to capture some of the day we had envisioned, we decided to take the Boston Whaler across the bay to get to the store, instead of driving there. It takes about 15 minutes to get to Shelter Island on our Whaler. It was a beautiful day to be out on the water.
It's got this lip on there. If it was just the PVC part, this is 4 inches.
Do you know what toilet it is?
I wish I would have brought the brand. I doubt it. It's older.
Where does it say the name on our toilet?
Perfection. Before, after.
We headed back out on the bay towards our marina. We feel so tiny passing aircraft carriers and huge ships when we're in our Boston Whaler.
Did you do okay? Were you a good girl? Were you a good girl, Rosie? I know you were.
You want to come down with Dad?
I think that's a big yes.
It's a big 10-4.
I think that's a heck
Come
yes. Is it a
Come
heck
here.
yes, Rosie?
Oh, she's peeing. She got too excited. We went across the bay and had great luck, but I did not even know the brand name of our toilet when I walked into the marine supply store, and we figured it out, and here's the part, and now we're gonna install it. So we made lemonades out of lemons, and we didn't let the broken toilet or the unsuccessful repair ruin our day.
Hey, wait a minute. We made pina coladas out of pineapples.
That's even a better analogy.
So, since we determined that part had a leak in it, do you think, was that leak already there when we started this process?
It was cracked. That whole plate was cracked. So taking it off, putting it back on, just made the cracks more prevalent.
And said that because we never saw a leak before, but like we never saw water on the floor, so that just exacerbated it to the amount that it leaked.
Yes.
You know what this tells me?
What?
It just makes me realize we shouldn't own a toilet that's older than our oldest child who's about to turn 32. So why do you think it cracked before?
If you over tighten the screws, this is just a piece of plastic basically, and it will crack. If you use an electronic screwdriver, that could put too much torque.
So that might be what happened?
No, it was already cracked from other people putting it on, taking it off.
Yeah.
So it was just cracked, it was already compromised, and you gotta see what she wants, huh?
You're being a little obnoxious, aren't you? Are you being demanding? Yes, you are. So you're just screwing all those screws back in?
That's what I'm doing. Here's the big trial. Again, take 3 or 4. See how she does. Okay, it's not filling the toilet, it's the flushing part. Success! No drips.
None at all?
You see any drips?
Well, I can't tell because there's a towel there.
No, it would be dripping from here. No drips. No leaks.
Yay!
Master mechanic of toilets.
Something
Just
you never,
so proud of.
ever wanted to be, right?
That's true.
It's like, thanks, but no thanks for that designation.
So we'll keep this toilet while it's still running, but
A little longer, right? Because we should just prioritize all the things we want to do. And this is totally towards the top of the list, but we need to, since it's working again, we need to like you know, make sure this truly is our biggest priority, right?
Yeah.
So today is not exactly what we thought it would be. We thought we were going to get that toilet done and we were going to go to a little doggy beach with the Boston Whaler and hang out with Rosie, relax in the sun. But what say you?
Yeah, sometimes plans don't happen. They go astray, especially when you have stuff that breaks down on a boat. And it was the third try in the toilet, but we wanted to get it fixed. And it was still a risk because we went all the way across the bay in the Boston Whaler, and that place might not have had that part. And I think you might have seen already that it was about a 50-50 chance of getting that part. But we got it fixed. No more broken toilet, and it was still a fun day. For the captain.
The captain
Captain of toilets.
The captain so deserves a sundowner today.
It could be my new superhero name, Captain Commode.
Captain Commode, who stirs drinks with a knife.
That's what I got.
That's what he does.
That's what I'm using. That's what I got.
He gets the job done. You know, it's always great days here in San Diego, but we've had some really hard days. Recently, we lost our boat dog, Rowdy, and it was really hard.
So, Rowdy was not just our boat dog, but he was my little buddy. I got him 12 and a half years ago in Austin on the 23rd of December. I was going to surprise Andrea because we talked about getting a white West Highland Terrier.
Wait, no, he talked about it. I had no idea. He sort of dreamed about it and talked about it, but it was quite a surprise.
So I made a big mistake. I was at a funeral up in Austin, and I saw across the street that there was a pet store, and I walked in and I saw Rowdy in another cage with a dog playing, and that was it. And they said, "Would you like to hold him, or we can put him in a pen with you?" And that was it. I brought him home.
You said, "I want to be in a pen with him," and what did he do when you took him in the pen?
Well, he took my phone case, was prancing around with it. It was so long ago. It was a BlackBerry case, I believe. I saw a BlackBerry. But anyways, I wanted to surprise Andrea, but I couldn't contain my excitement, and I called her on the way home from Austin, and
wait, I have to say, in case you don't say it, he called me and he said, "Guess what's in the back seat?" And I said, I don't know, what? And he said, "A little white Westie."
So Pumbaa, our Karen Terrier at the time, embraced Rowdy, and we loved him. He was just a good dog. We called him Special because he was a puppy mill dog for sure, and he had special needs at times.
Because we always said that he was a rescue dog.
That's true.
Because no one on the planet would have rescued little Rowdy from that pet store. He was a puppy mill dog. No one would have rescued him for $1,200 on December 23rd, 2008.
Yeah, that's why I call him a rescue dog, because I paid $1,200 for him, and I had to rescue him because nobody else would have paid that price. That's why we call him a rescue dog. Or that's why I call him rescue dog. But long story short, he became my buddy. Like in all of the selfies, we always take selfies after parties or gatherings or family gatherings, and you'll always see me holding Rowdy and Andrea always holding Rosie. So he was my buddy, although close to Andrea too. I know we called him her therapy dog when she broke a bone or had the flu or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna miss him. He's like part of the family for sure. And Rosie misses him too. She's confused and doesn't understand where he is. She's gonna go look for him right now. So
Rowdy lived his first 5 years in Texas, at our home in Texas. We moved to California, but we were in the desert for a couple years, and then 5 years ago we started this amazing boat life. And so I'm just so grateful that sweet Rowdy got to be a yacht dog his last 5 years of life. And he was just incredibly sweet and cuddly. He was never quite as comfortable on the boat as Rosie because that just wasn't his nature. But he truly embraced the yacht life. And we have so many, oh my gosh, so many pictures and videos that just show him being at home here on the yacht. And to lose him, it was sudden, and I know we mentioned on a recent video that he had cancer, and actually that video was filmed a few weeks before we released it. So we've had a couple of months now to know that his time was coming, and when it did come, it came quicker than we expected, and we were heartbroken. And Rowdy was in my arms when he passed, and you know, he went over the Rainbow Bridge and he knew we loved him. He knew he was a loved dog. And Rosie gave him kisses goodbye. And, you know, now it's about 10 days after he left us as we film this. And we miss him every day. And we wish we had him back. He was just an epic yacht dog.
We're still leaving him on our intro because
yeah.
he's gone but not forgotten. So anyways, we wanted to share that with you. Thanks for listening.
Let's toast to Rowdy. To the best Westie yacht dog ever.
Best dog ever.
You can't say that, huh? No, you can't say
Not in front of her. Cover your ears.
To the best Westie yacht dog ever.
Best dog. Not including Rosie.
Cheers. Cheers to Rowdy.